Alright, beautiful people, today we're talking about what are the parts of an algebraic expression. This is going to be a really vocab heavy day, so please make sure that you have the definitions that we're writing down together in your math notebook. So the first thing we need to know is, what is this thing, an algebraic expression? So an algebraic expression brings us back to when we were talking about numerical expressions. So an algebraic expression is like a numerical expression, but with variables added in. So an algebraic expression is a math sentence with letters, variables, and operations. As per usual, I want to do an example. So let's do an example. So if I have 5 times x, that is an example of an algebraic expression. Here's another one. 3 plus y. That's another example of an algebraic expression. Okay, and algebraic expressions can get really complicated. You could have something like 2 times 3y plus r minus 3c. Okay, this is a huge, complicated algebraic expression. But notice each of these expressions have numbers, variables, and operations. Ooh, you know what? I wrote letters and I meant to write numbers, so I'm going to change that so you've got it right in your notes. So if you wrote letters, please erase it. This should be numbers, variables, and operations. All right, so that's what an algebraic expression is. Now this is a key term. Let's talk about the second key term. Okay, the second key term is what is a term? Term relates to an algebraic expression. So when you have an algebraic expression, you have terms. Terms are the pieces of an algebraic expression. So a term is each piece of an algebraic expression without addition. So as per usual, I'm going to do an example. I'm just going to scroll this down a little bit so that I can write example. So for that first algebraic expression that I wrote up at the top, where it was 5 times x, this is one term. This is a term because there's no addition signs in there, so you don't separate the two pieces of a term. Multiplication makes two pieces one term. Okay, the only separation for a term is an addition or a subtraction sign. So here's 3 plus y. In this expression, there are two terms. Here's a term, 3, and here's another term, y. Term. They're both terms because they're separated by an addition sign. So each piece of the algebraic expression without addition is a term. And then this last one that we have, that's a bad 2. 2 times 3y plus r minus 3c. Okay. In this one, there is a little bit of confusion about where the terms are because this 2 multiplies throughout each of those pieces. So as soon as that 2 multiplied throughout, you would find that there are 3 terms. So there's going to be a term right here, term. There's going to be a term right here, term. And there's going to be a term right here, term. So there were 3 terms in that one. Okay, again, each time I write an algebraic expression, I can break it down into the pieces or the terms by separating it with addition or subtraction. Okay, the next vocab term is going to be variable. Now, you may have noticed that in these algebraic expressions, I've been writing some letters. A variable is a letter or symbol that represents an unknown number. So this x and 5x represents something that I don't know. Again, a letter or symbol that represents an unknown number. Now, you know plenty of letters and you know plenty of symbols. So pause it right now and think about some examples that could be variables. You can look at the previous examples I used. Pause it. All right, you should be back. Here are some examples of variables. X and Y are variables. They're very common. A is a variable. The symbol Z is a variable. Sometimes we use Greek symbols like theta and beta. Okay, any sort of symbol can be a variable.